Welcome to the What You Gonna Want to Do podcast. I'm Kevin.
SAW.
Caleb.
Going with the initials this week.
It's a little on the nose.
Saw.
I'm losing. I feel I'm coming to the end of that
A bit.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You think
let's
you're-
get kind of
Well,
lame
if you
now.
can now.
I'm gonna start coming up with other stuff, and then it's like, well, anybody can do that.
That's a pretty tough initials though. Saw.
It is very,
Man,
very tough.
so masculine.
Oh,
Mine doesn't even make a word. It's just nonsense.
But at least you have a vowel.
I do
Yes,
have a
you
vowel.
have a vowel.
Well, it had
Right.
potential.
Mine's
Yeah.
just
It's
will be
all
sounds.
consonants.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
consonants.
And that's nonsense.
Well, whatever.
whatever.
Before we really get into it this week, I have a few housekeeping things from last week to clear up.
Right.
First of all, Scott, you were right.
You may be
The
right.
Waltons. It was a Christmas.
Was it a?
It was a Christmas special. The
It
Homecoming.
was a special.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said
Can't
I
remember.
I thought it was Thanksgiving for some odd reason.
I wasn't sure.
They're pretty close together as far as holidays
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, but it
I wasn't
was-
sure either.
It
I
was
Took a
Christmas.
shot. Okay.
And he gives you a hard time about your memory. That's
The
tough.
other thing, the name that none of us could think of from Little House on the Prairie,
Yeah.
Mr. Edwards.
Yes.
Edwards.
Your
Such a
mom got it
common
just
name.
like that. She's like Mr. Edwards.
And I
Oh,
knew
what?
that. I knew that in my
We
heart.
Mr.
are-
Edwards.
Yes. And I'm sitting there thinking, Mr.
Daggone
Like,
Ah.
wasn't coming.
Yep.
And then the other thing is, Pluto is known as a dwarf planet.
That's right.
That's
You
what
said
we
it.
said.
He said minor
Yeah,
planet.
I didn't
Oh.
come
He
up
was
with it.
confusing the planets with the prophets.
Good. That's
But
great.
the interesting
Dwarf
thing is,
They're talking about
Genesis
bringing it back.
1:14
Yeah.
talks about the stars and the planets being for signs and seasons. So
Pluto
they
was
are.
a planet for a season.
It was a planet for a season.
Oh,
Although I don't think it was ever seen with the naked eye.
no, you
It was
couldn't.
too far away.
Too far.
No.
Maybe
So
that's for
why-
next
that's why we
housekeeping.
knocked it out.
And you think
That's why we're not.
and you think that the creator of all only put him in there for naked eye stuff?
Oh no,
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was
I'm
worried
sure
that's what you were getting at.
I'm sure it has a purpose.
Yeah. Another housekeeping thing. They were not watching I said they were watching Miracle on 34th Street when they were sleeping on the couch. They weren't. They were watching a parade.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
They
good
were.
one, Caleb.
You're right.
Yeah, nice.
I know. So I think it might have been Home Alone.
It was watching Miracle.
That
Yeah.
was, oh,
Some
There
there
is
is a
some-
Christmas movie where they're watching Miracle on
Yeah.
34th Street in it, and that's the only exposure to Miracle on 34th
that
Street.
you were
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Was it when they're watching it in French? Was that the movie they were there?
I think in French they were watching
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
they were.
yeah.
Because there's a
Because he's yelling, and
lot.
he's yelling.
There's a lot of It's a Wonderful Life references in there.
In Home Alone?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't
Like with
let's
no, I'm not thinking of Home Alone.
goodness.
Never mind.
What are you thinking of?
I was thinking
Die
of,
Hard.
I was thinking of Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they're both aren't they the same guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Dustin Hopkins. I knew that wasn't
Cecil
right.
B. DeMille.
Yeah. I think they're both Spielberg pictures.
I think they're both Spielberg. That's what it is.
George Lucas.
George,
I'm wrong, but we're getting closer.
James Cameron.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard. Yeah, Ron Howard.
The guy from Princess Bride.
Carrie Yules.
Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
Oh,
no,
the
it's
guy
not.
who wrote.
No,
It's
yeah,
not
the guy-
Reiner.
So,
Not Rob
Capra?
Reiner. Capra. Frank Capra.
Yeah.
I think.
That's who it is.
Frank Zappa. You said it.
Frank Zappa. He
It would be a little bit different. If you
I
did.
think I don't think you could watch it if
Probably
from some of what he.
All right, never mind.
I'm a fan of him, but I don't like some of his words for some.
Yeah.
He gets a little crazy.
But I did.
It's not a complete ringing endorsement. It's kind of because he's a great musician.
It's a passing
But
endorsement.
I think you need to worry about some of the subject matter. He gets a little risque, and I say, how can somebody so genius come up with such toilet humor? You know. So it's not a ring endorsement, but it's kind of jingling.
It's got a tingle to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this week we're talking about Christmas songs.
Christmas time is here.
It is here. It is
I
upon
can't
us.
believe it.
Sleigh
either.
bells everywhere.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't gonna. That's odd.
Thought maybe you're gonna sing.
Yeah, I thought you were
Oh
coming
no,
up.
that was just off the cuff.
But we will.
That was just off the cuff.
In our
that's
transitions,
off the
though,
cuff.
we will have Christmas music by Psy. It'll be pumping in
Oh,
there.
cool.
Will it be some of
Si.
his original Christmas songs on his dead
I-
YouTube channel?
I don't think so.
No, it won't be.
Will it be
Summertime.
new, like Christmassy type segue music or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
got a little more jingle to it. You're gonna be waiting for the Mariah Carey to come in, but it's not gonna happen
Not gonna happen.
because we couldn't get her,
We couldn't get her.
and we tried. We
Yeah.
had our people call her people, but in a much realer sense, we don't have people, and we don't know how to get a hold of her people.
This is so true.
Yeah.
This is so true.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
That's what got in the way, and we have a $0 budget. You know, you're looking at this.
This is very true. Very true. We're going to start off talking about some of our favorite secular Christmas songs. And this isn't like a top 5 list.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's just,
But
unless you did it.
You told
top
me
5.
that by far your favorite is "Step Into Christmas" by Elton John.
I did.
Oh, was that one?
That's what he said.
Oh,
think I-
wow.
don't
okay.
think I did that.
Surprise.
Yeah,
I like that one.
I'm surprised as well.
that's what you said. That's not. So you changed your mind on that?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
you
going to
walk-
change
you walked
my
that
mind
one
on
back.
that one. I'm taking that back. We just want to keep going around until
Yeah.
we run out.
Oh, I like a lot of Christmas songs. We could
Yeah,
be here. We
like-
could be here for a while.
We'll start off with secular.
I thought you were gonna give a number. I like 6.
I do have 6. That's what I was gonna say.
I don't.
I got six, so
There's
there's
vast
tons.
amount of Christmas
I don't
songs
love Christmas
I like.
songs. I like 6.
In fact,
Yeah.
Caleb and I just returned a few minutes ago from a Christmas program, high school and
A few
middle
minutes
school.
ago?
Doesn't it seem like it?
Oh
Doesn't it seem
yeah,
like-
it did feel like it went on for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, was
Wow.
with
2.5 hours long.
2.5 hour long.
It was an orchestra, choir, and band, and it was middle school and high school, and they must have played 30 songs.
Yes.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
And then,
That
I mean,
seems-
you
And
would,
about
That
never
was
mind.
too long.
and you would
Seems like
think
it's too
you would
long.
think like, okay, the band's gonna have their time.
Yeah.
They're gonna
they-
play their
they
songs.
hopped around.
Yeah, the band did one, the choir, the orchestra, back to the band,
Oh my.
the orchestra, the choir.
We heard Jingle Bells 5 times. No, I'm just kidding. On recorders.
A lot.
The strings.
It was a lot.
That's
We
a long.
didn't really hear Jingle Bells 5
But
times.
still, two and a half hours. That seems like too much
Yeah,
for.
It was a lot.
it was a lot.
Seemed like you might want to trim that.
I could see where the fat could have been trimmed.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Maybe everyone just does us all, and we're out of there in 30. Cold,
Yeah.
cold 30?
yeah.
Or maybe you do like the middle school
There it is.
one night, and
Yeah.
high school another night.
It was a while. We were there for a little bit.
That sounds like
People
it,
got
guys.
sleepy.
Sleepy.
They played.
A lot of people left.
They played the Charlie Brown.
Oh, they
did a
did?
little Charlie Brown medley, and I got real cozy there for a minute.
Did you?
I thought I might,
Thought you might
They
go
did,
under.
they did a good job.
because that was
They do a good
and
job.
but that was
Yeah.
deep into the night.
Oh, you had to.
Yeah, we're like, oh boy.
Otherwise, we
The-
step into Christmas.
Yeah,
The
step
boom
into
whackers
Christmas.
was pretty fun.
Yeah, they did a boom. You know what boom whackers are? Those plastic
Oh
tubes.
yeah. Yeah.
They hit them. They had staff and faculty wear hard hats, and they played it on.
Oh,
That was pretty.
well,
cute.
that's pretty.
It was cute.
That's pretty.
Yeah, that
cool.
was cute.
Yeah,
There was-
I think that's cool.
there was one lady who didn't seem very thrilled to be doing that, and she was like cringing every time, waiting to be hit in the head.
A few of those kids, I don't think I would. The way that some of those kids were hitting, I don't think I would have enjoyed it either.
No.
Yeah, you feel like they're gonna whack
And
you.
then they brought out like the really big ones, like they're gonna whack them, which was funny.
What's that? Was funny.
Yeah, it was comical.
But our favorite secular Christmas songs.
Start us off, Dad.
You mentioned it already.
Step into Christmas.
Charlie Brown,
Oh,
Vince Giraldi
Step
Trio.
into Christmas.
Christmas time is here, but I will tell you that whole Charlie Brown Christmas
You're obsessed
album,
with it.
I love it.
yeah.
There,
Good. It's real good.
There's nothing better to put on in the wintertime. Put it on when you're going to bed at night. Just play that baby on loop.
Yeah. That's a great one. That's a great one.
It's so relaxing
Yeah.
and peaceful.
It's awesome.
You're there walking under the stars with Charlie and Linus going out to get the Christmas tree.
All of a sudden it goes, what?
I don't think it Yeah, like I don't think
I
it.
think it does.
I don't think it says that. Okay,
But that's
could be.
that's
wrong.
on my list of some of my
That's
favorites.
great, Kev. I'm not. I
Yeah.
have nothing to.
No, it's
I
good.
Say,
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
say thumbs up. On
I don't
that,
love
yeah.
jazz, but it's a little
we
jazzy.
know you're.
It's a little
jazz.
But it's less
a
chaotic
lot
than
jazz.
most jazz.
Oh, I see. Yeah. It's less frenetic and
Yeah.
I got you.
I think they all have the same sheet music, which I would argue most of the time I don't think they do.
That's great.
I think two guys got sheet music and it was two different ones, and the other guy they told him make it happen.
Make it happen.
You're gonna draw the ire of our producer.
I think that's pretty funny though.
I think it's
And
pretty,
I like jazz, but that's
Yeah,
good.
that is funny.
Caleb.
I think it's an accurate
That's
accurate
good.
description of what they're doing.
What they're doing. Somebody's got different sheet music.
Yeah,
they're all
and some
playing.
jazz is like they're in different rooms and they're trying to keep it a secret from each other. Like what tempo? What are you playing? And they're like, I'm not. You wish you knew.
You wish you knew.
We'll put it together at the end.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't even know when to stop. We'll figure it out in post.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. That's good stuff.
And that's how
I
freeform
like it.
jazz was invented.
Yeah, that's it. It might be.
You can't argue with that. But
No,
to me, there's beauty in that.
like a hurricane.
Is there beauty in some of the dissonance at times, or the clashing?
Like a natural disaster.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like natural. Hot take. Everybody here.
Wait a minute.
Kevin
He's
Clark
telling you.
loves natural
You may want to deny
disasters.
that part of it.
I'm not sure I love natural
Yeah,
disaster.
don't.
Is it
Yeah.
the
Well,
casualty?
that's that.
Is
I
it
like
the
jazz.
casualty stuff that you're mostly into?
No, I like jazz.
Stuff.
Well, let's get back to Christmas. I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
realize we were gonna take a
let's
turn,
go
Dad.
back. Yeah. Well, we just got waxing a little bit on.
I took a turn.
You just,
Yeah. He was.
I'm not. Scott, were you or I the one that said that you preferred natural disasters over most things?
I said nothing of the sort.
Well,
I
that's
like
not the way I heard
jazz.
it.
Go ahead, Scott.
All right, I've got one that's not jazz.
Now we're on to something. Step into Christmas.
How'd you guess? Dang on. You
It's
can't
everybody-
escape
It's
it.
everybody's top song. I bet it's not even Elton John's favorite Christmas
That's
song.
probably not.
Probably not.
Nah.
Because he would say "Candle in the Wind."
Yeah, I think you're
Christmas candle. In the
Christmas candle.
Christmas candle.
Seems to me.
Yeah, every
Christmas candle in the wind.
Every,
This is it for every holiday.
every holiday's got to.
Like a Boxing Day candle in the wind. Like an
Menorah.
Arbor Day. An Arbor Day candle in the wind.
Independence Day, when the candle in the wind.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scott.
No, that's right.
It's not Step into Christmas.
Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
That's a cool song.
It's not. It's one of my favorites. Okay, I couldn't really name a favorite like secular,
Yeah.
but it's one.
Well, that's why I didn't want us
Yeah.
to do like a top 5 because
Yeah.
that's so hard.
That's cool.
Right.
A lot of people,
Although
you know.
I would say if you, I have like one song that would be my all-time
Oh, okay.
favorite Christmas song,
Okay, gotcha.
and I'll mention that when we get to that.
We'll
but
get to it.
yeah.
All right.
When it gets there. When it's time.
when we get there.
I'll get there.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Well, it's the downtrodden. is the song. You know, you've heard it.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar.
Shane McGowan, and it's like the other side of the, you know, the hard luck people that you know's out there and have their little stories, and it's all about them, and you know, and actually at the very end they do reconcile. Yeah. So there is this reconciliation between the characters at the end. So
because they go out pretty
good. Well, Shane throws some zingers.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
I would argue not a song for the whole family.
No.
Although
I don't think so.
It's reminiscent of some of my family holidays.
It's certainly, you could say it's relatable.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Technically, children probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Wait till they're a little older.
A little longer in the tooth.
Not that there's expletives every other line, but there's a couple
grown-up language.
Grown-up language,
yeah.
That's mine. One of mine, sorry. Not the only one.
Yeah.
Caleb, you got some?
Yeah, I do.
Step into Christmas?
Well, no. I don't hate
Christmas.
I actually don't. I don't hate Step into Christmas, but I definitely don't. I don't like it.
Don't really care for it. Yeah.
It can be on. If I'm hearing it in the store when I'm walking through,
you might say it's all right.
I'm like, well, they're stepping to Christmas. You know, that's what I'll say.
Yeah.
A lot of Christmas songs that I like, and I guess definitely in no particular order, but "Merry Christmas, Baby" by Otis Redding.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
Otis,
that's a good
Otis
one.
did some good stuff.
Yeah, he's got a heavy hitter there.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's been a lot of versions of that song, but for my money, Otis does the best.
I like it.
Nice.
I love it.
Great one, Caleb.
Yeah.
No argument here.
Nope. My next one, I'm going with one, and you're gonna have. We already discussed this.
Oh,
you're gonna have the same song, but it'll be by a different.
But he wanted to step on your toes and take your.
Well, it's just that this is where it fell on the list. That
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha.
Yeah, he's always done.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Gotcha.
And my favorite version is by the Pretenders.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
I really love that.
I didn't know they did that. I didn't know that. I'll have to hear it.
It's got kind of a mournful,
Yeah.
kind of longing.
Yes.
You know,
That's what I always loved about the song.
Yeah.
Lyric.
Yeah. Yes. No.
And
Yes. It's very much.
And there's several
that kind of
other
a song.
versions that I like as well. I think the Carpenters did a good
do
job
they do
on
one?
Martina McBride.
There couldn't be a more Carpenter's Christmas song than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
He's actually right. That seems tailor made for Karen's.
Yeah.
Demeanor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good. I mean, I love the song.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, it's. I couldn't say it any better than he could. There's a longing in it that if you listen to that, the words, I think you get a little. There's a more
misty-eyed,
a little
and it's
misty-eyed,
like,
to it.
I do not like that song. To me it's depressing.
Oh, okay.
But it's you like melancholy. You love nothing more than melancholy. If you were a dog,
like
you'd be a melon. Collie.
I can't deny this.
Yeah. It's like an old shoe with holes. Is that what you're?
It's just like an old sweatshirt. It's just comfortable for me.
Right.
And just slide right into the melancholy.
An old sweatshirt from your dead grandpa.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's because, and here's why I don't like it. Because as you get older, Christmas is never what it was as a child.
Yeah.
And that song reminds you of that. It's like it's telling you, hey, everybody you loved and got to spend Christmas with, they're dead. Merry Christmas.
But that's exactly why I love it.
Oh gosh, dang
Me
it!
too.
That's why I hate it so much.
But also,
it's depressing.
Do you feel like? For me, I feel like, and I understand what you're saying.
I just don't like being sad.
But it's a connection to something.
Yeah.
It's almost like and I think everybody experiences this when they get older. It's almost like the further you're away from something, you're almost not even sure if it's almost like a confirmation of that was true.
Yeah.
And so there's this connection or bridge to it.
Right.
That happens to have some melancholy.
Yeah.
But there's a couple, but it does work that way too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm not saying that the song, what the song says doesn't ring true.
Yeah.
I think maybe for me personally, it rings a little too true.
I gotcha.
And so I'd rather not hear it.
Yeah.
For me, this
That's the most polite put down I've ever heard.
this particular version of it takes me to like a specific place and time.
Yeah.
And
Right,
I can.
it's peak melancholy for that.
It is.
He's like,
And
man, that makes me cry so hard.
I could almost take you to the place.
To the place.
Where
It's like this is the Ghost of Christmas Past for you.
it is very much so.
Yeah.
And this was on an album that had various artists. I think Sting was on it.
Oh boy,
it was like a very special Christmas album that had a lot of, and it
different
was
heavy hitters.
Yeah, it was
And Sting
of that era.
Yeah, of that era, and I think it was one of the ones where they're raising money for a certain thing.
That tickled me a little
charity.
Too much. But I remember like being in a car. We were with some friends and we're playing this.
and you're weeping gently in the corner.
No, and it just like through the years we all would be together kind of thing. And you're thinking, and you're thinking that at the time, and then through the years those friendships has kind of drifted apart, and so it's not
beautiful. Doesn't that warm your heart?
Well,
not that I'm trying to. It's just that's
right.
I get for me, it takes me there.
I get it. I'm the same way. I get what Caleb's talking about too.
Yeah.
But I like it because of that.
Yeah.
I know you do.
I do.
Sick and twisted.
Well, I'm just going to go into mine because we already brought it up.
Right.
It was a movie where it came out of Easter Parade, and Judy Garland sings it. Whoever the fellow wrote it.
Yeah.
I saw some documentary about how they came up with it. Started off something different, and then
Right.
but she's looking out the window and snow's falling, and her family's having to move from their home that they've known all their lives because their dad got a job up east. And it's a big family. It's one of the big families back in the day where your grandfather and was living and everything. And it was funny because I've seen the movie. I liked the movie. Okay, I admit it. But it was years later, and I'm driving
about it?
home.
Anything. I've not even seen the film.
No, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm defending myself. I don't know why that is. I was driving home one Christmas or around the Christmas time, and that song just came on the radio.
Yeah.
And it hit me at that point, and
a time and place.
Yeah. And it was the message about that, and it was a connection to simpler times.
Yeah.
When my family, when the reunions were huge, and our families were
That's
big.
what it's about.
Yeah.
And then over time,
It's dwindled.
naturally, those things start to fall away.
And you have to muddle through somehow.
He's got it. But I also want to add with Kevin, and I might be speaking for him too, besides being a melancholy myself, which I can't say I get it. I'm going to say for the most part I get it honestly. I don't think this is I'm placating or pretending something.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is an honest thing. But the other thing I was going to add to that is I am a bit of a sentimentalist too.
Yeah.
I like things of an older way or simpler way.
Yeah,
and I have
a simpler place and time.
Yeah. So I'll add that on top of it.
Yeah.
But very much like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
Just like we're cut from a similar cloth in that way.
I just don't like feelings. So
So there's that.
Fair enough.
I have them, but I'd rather not. So, yeah. Unless they're positive. I don't like negative feelings.
Well, no, you got a point.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. When you find joy in sadness, I only
Finally
find sadness.
I don't know if it's so much joy.
You do.
It's
I feel like
it's comfort.
Comfort.
yes, and therefore comfort
Comfort
and
and joy.
Tidings of it. Even.
Tidings of comfort and joy.
Wow.
Beautiful, Caleb. Man, he's on tonight.
You
he
are
is
right
on.
fire.
Christmas is my favorite time of year.
He's just gonna quote Christmas songs for
He
the rest
is.
of the
He's
night.
got it. He
can't
knows.
help
All he's doing.
I can't help it. I live perpetually in song quotes. So
Well, that's good.
What do you got next?
Last Christmas
Yeah.
by Wham.
About Christmas.
It's
Tell you my, is that how it goes? Something like
it gave you my heart.
Gave
yeah.
you my
it's
heart,
just it's catchy. You hear it all the time. Not everybody loves it. Then that's fair because it's a little. Is it overplayed? It is overplayed, but it's good every time.
Well,
Good every time.
I like it too. Our producer pointed out the other night because we were in the car and we're listening to Christmas stuff, and it was XM station,
Wow.
Sirius XM station. My brain locked up.
Scott and
on
I
it.
thought maybe you were getting signals from an alien spaceship.
Bring it in.
Yeah.
It was a Sirius XM station,
That's just in.
and someone was doing a cover of it.
Oh, okay.
And Silas mentions why did they?
Yeah.
Why did anybody cover this song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the original version.
You couldn't do it better.
No.
People are gonna, but when there's a popular song, everybody's gonna try.
Right, and especially with Christmas songs,
and
it seems like they're fair game.
Yeah.
Right, and have fun. Do your version, sure. Don't play it on the radio.
Right, don't
'cause
make
no
us
one wants
listen
to
to
hear
it.
that. Yeah. Make it so people have to. It has to be a problem for them to even find out that version
That's right.
exists. You have to be a very big fan of that individual to know that song
They have
exists.
to go to the mall, to the record store,
Yeah.
and look through the Christmas
Yeah.
tapes,
Yeah. No, they have to dig.
cassettes, and find your.
Yes. Or
Then they gotta find the cassette player.
Or if you didn't have to have fiber in your breakfast, you just look it up on Spotify. You have to type it into Spotify, but then put that artist's name after.
Completely.
Yes,
Complete
the
name.
complete written out because no
Spelled correctly.
Yeah, and if with no weird spaces,
That's
all
right.
the right,
Yeah,
everything's
that's
where it
right.
needs to be, or it's still gonna just be Wham. Like I typed most of the name, and they're like, "No, we're not gonna. You have to earn this."
You have to earn. Was it technically Wham who did the song, or was it George?
It was Wham. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah.
But
that's all
one could argue, was Wham anything more than just George Michael?
Well,
There was another
Your mother
piece,
would argue with you because
she thought
she had a crush on the other guy.
Andrew
which is controversial.
Ridgely.
That's controversial.
Andrew
What do you
Ridgely.
mean?
That's controversial that she had a crush on the other guy because George was the guy.
Probably was, but I mean, I know that this was honest because
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
she told me way back.
but
when
also
they were still together.
he had a way. George had a way better voice. That's why he was.
Yeah.
He went on to be. It wasn't just because he was the better looking guy. He was also the better performer.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh well, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's one on there for me. Got to hear it every year.
I'll let you go next since I skipped and took like one that you had too.
Well,
That way
you're
I'm
good.
not stepping. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. My next one is Christmas, Baby Please Come Home.
Oh, good one.
You too.
Yeah.
I love that version.
I like that song and I like that version too. But there's you don't like it? We got to get you a mic. We got to get you a mic over there.
I prefer the version produced by Phil Spector.
Oh.
Oh, and I roll.
And none of you guys are gonna know this, but there's a Christian band called Anne Boleyn. and they were like, I don't know. They would tour with secular bands when I I even saw them live, but I was never really into them. But I used to listen to a Christian rock radio station, and they did a Christmas channel and would play all the bands that they had played Christmas song, and they had a version. Amberlin had a version that I really liked, and I play it every year for the kids to the point, and I like it so much that I play it to the point they don't want to hear it anymore.
Oh wow,
nice.
Yeah. That's when you know.
Yeah.
As a father should.
As a father should. I
don't know where you learn this stuff from.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it.
I also make playlists with nonsensical songs just spliced in on. Oh wait, no. All mine flow and make sense.
Mine makes sense to me.
To you.
Yeah, yours make as much sense as a serial killer's letter.
Maybe they're different fonts, but
maybe they're different fonts.
How did Wingdings get in there? We'll never know.
No, I love the YouTube version. I think it does a great job.
That's a great song.
It is a great song. You got any more?
Oh yeah. One more for the secular.
Okay.
Father Christmas by the Kinks.
Oh. I know that one.
Father Christmas, give us your money. Don't mess around with these silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. I love it. I love that.
I'll have to look that up. That's cool.
Father Christmas, yeah. It's about, obviously, commercialism of Christmas, and I love it. I love Ray Davies. I love the Kinks. One of my favorite bands of all time. Great songwriter.
Oh yeah.
But that was just like a one-off thing.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
That's fine.
Crap, it just left me. Baby It's Cold Outside by Dean Martin. I love Dean, and he's got other good Christmas songs.
Yeah.
He also does
great singer.
And he also does a lot of Christmas songs that everybody's done.
Yeah.
But
all the standards.
But Baby It's Cold Outside by Dean Martin for me is the only version you should listen to.
Yeah.
Nobody else is doing it better than Dean.
Yeah. Great one.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I agree.
Great one, Caleb. Yeah. No arguments here. I love Dean Martin.
Yeah, and I actually love all his Christmas songs.
I do too.
Yeah. He's good. He's great.
I have two more, and they're standards, probably some of the all-time, top Christmas songs of all time. The Christmas song. Nat King Cole.
Yeah, gotta. Yeah. If I had to put a fourth one, it'd be that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one, White Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
You gotta have that
great.
one there.
Yeah.
I prefer White Christmas by the Drifters.
Oh, really?
That is an awesome version as well.
Oh, nice. I haven't heard that one.
And we don't have.
Yeah,
It's the one in Home Alone. It's the one in Home Alone with the highs.
Oh, that. Okay,
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And one of my favorite Christmas albums of all time, and I don't know if you remember it, but it was a compilation, the 50s and 60s Christmas. That's where
a lot of Motown. And,
Oh,
yeah.
It's
Otis
got
Redding.
It's got Otis on there, and it's got New Year's Resolution, which isn't a Christmas song, but it's on that album. So for me, it is a Christmas song, and it's also maybe one of my favorite Otis Redding songs.
It's really cool.
Awesome.
Booker T and the MGs is on there.
Yes.
What's Christmas?
I had the list of it pulled up because
great.
So I can't find this album anywhere. We had it on. We had a CD of it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it. You can't find it on Spotify or Amazon Music or anything. So I had to find somewhere on the back channels of the internet the list of the songs and recreate it myself.
Oh, wow.
And
that sounds awesome. It really does.
It is a great one. G Wizard's Christmas is on there.
Yeah. Yes.
Loves that one.
Yes, that's the other one I was going to say.
Yeah.
I love G Wizard's Christmas. My girl, I was playing in the car the other day for my girls, and there's no other way children of this generation have heard this song other than their parents are playing it for them, and they were singing it, and so it's like
it's too cute.
It's like I've clearly played this a lot.
I forget the lady who sang that.
Carla Thomas.
Yes. We were looking up like other songs. She has some other songs. Gee Whiz something too. Gee Whiz was her thing.
She sings New Year's resolution with
Otis Redding.
That's right.
She does a really good job. She's a good singer.
You got to hear that.
I got it.
Awesome.
Oh man,
Well, I love Otis Redding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to ask our producer something. That Phil Spector, wasn't that Otis that did that?
Yeah.
Who did the actual vocals for the Phil Spector one?
Woman. I don't remember.
Carla Thomas.
No, but what if it was? That'd be weird.
Well, that'd be weird.
What was it? Ronnie.
Yeah. What's her name? Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't it Spector? Was she married to him?
Yeah. Wasn't her?
No.
Martha and the Vandellas.
Yeah, Martha and the Vandellas. Martha. Yeah, that's what I thought.
He can get back to us.
He can.
Darlene Love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of her stuff.
Yeah, Darlene Love. Yep.
Classic. Well, we're gonna move on to the next genre.
All right.
What the season is all about? The Christian songs.
Yeah. The season's all about the Christian songs.
Well, no.
Hark.
Hark. My all-time favorite Christmas song,
Little Drummer Boy.
Oh Holy Night.
Little Drummer Boy, Peace on Earth. That's mine.
That's mine too.
By Derek Drury.
Oh,
okay. Derek Drury. Ooh,
he did better than anyone.
He does a great job.
And
we can
link that.
Your recording?
I have a recording of it.
Really?
Christmas Eve service.
Oh, wow, Kev.
Silas playing guitar in the backup. So we can link that in the description as well.
Awesome.
But I mean, and a lot of people sing that song really, really well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of beautiful voices that sing it.
Oh, yeah.
Derek's my favorite, though, doing that. Just especially when you're there and just
belting
it out. Young lady sang that at the Christmas thing we were at.
Yeah,
really good job.
She was a senior this year, so they gave her the whole solo of it.
Oh, really?
I mean, you know how anytime you hear a kid sing, you expect a voice to pop or to fail in some way, shape, or form, even if you can tell that they have a good voice.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
Right.
It was amazing.
And she had a solo on one of the earlier songs that they had done. And I thought, well, she sounded okay, but I didn't think it was, that great. And then she sang this, and I'm like, wow, that was beautiful. Really good. But that song is just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the words.
When they do when the song comes to fall on your knees, it just it kills you.
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way.
I mean, it's man. Yeah, I got to go with that.
Yeah,
that's in there.
My favorite version is by David Phelps. He toured with the Gaithers. He was a little bit younger guy but he's got a really big, powerful voice. My youngest, it was her favorite. It was her favorite song for a long time. It used to be how I'd get her to go to sleep, and I would sing it. And then as she got older, she would want me to play it, and this became her favorite version. So I've heard it so many times, and it's just he's got a really good, powerful voice. So
awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I love that song. Though.
Yeah, it is
a good song.
Want me to go with my next since we all love that one?
Yeah, I got it in mind. So
I'm gonna hate this next one.
You'll hate who sings it because you don't like the individual.
David Bowie,
Amy Grant,
but
Emmanuel, God with us.
Yeah,
and other people have done the song as well.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
the lyrics to it are just awesome. On to you.
Oh, come all ye faithful. Love it. I'm going to go with one that's a bit more open and expansive.
Yeah, Twisted Sister.
What?
I saw a version of Twisted Sister singing that. I'm like, What in the world?
What's going on there?
I don't know.
I'm not thinking of that.
Okay.
This is a song, and some of these songs, I mean, I admit I don't know if there's a particular performer that I'm thinking of. The songs are written.
Yeah.
What's this?
So beautiful.
What was it again? I slipped my mind.
Oh, come all ye faithful.
Come all ye faithful. But like, Holy Night. I mean, it's not a particular performer. It's
right.
The songs are so well done.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you still need to have a decent voice and perform and execute, but these songs are, I mean, that's some great songwriting. I mean, great Christian, I mean, powerful.
Yeah.
And so that's my other one. Be here all night.
Yeah.
I mean, there really is.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah. We really.
O come, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
There was a Christmas play we saw years back. They did kind of like it's like a slower, more drawn out version of it, and it gave it the longing. That really, that you clearly can see in the words, but you never really felt it. I never really felt it before, but the way they did it, I was like, wow, it's really gripping.
That's awesome.
Just that longing, you're really just wanting him to be there.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
My next one is "It Wasn't His Child" by Skip Ewing, who wrote it, and he was a country singer.
Oh, okay.
But it's obviously it's about Joseph and the relationship with Christ. And there's a line: he grew up with his hands in wood, and he died with his hands in wood.
It is a really good song.
It is a really good song.
Wow, that's awesome. I got to hear that.
Yeah,
I really do. That sounds awesome.
It is very good.
Well, that's Silent Night. You gotta go there.
Silent Night's a classic.
It is a classic.
I know we hear it a lot, but I think about it, it rings true.
Yeah.
It's again back to my sentimental.
Yeah.
When it rings true, it's right.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Well, I don't have to think about it. That's right. I know it's right. I believe it 100%.
Yeah. And I mean, that's one that you grow up singing. I mean, when we were in school, we would sing Christmas carols.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we did. And that hasn't stopped yet. When I was a kid, we were still singing Christmas songs.
Did they sing it for the next generation? Do that?
I mean, my kids do, but my kids go to a Christian school.
Right.
So
yeah. And so did my nephew and niece. They went to a Christian school, so I don't know.
Did you guys ever sing Christmas carols in school? Like, not like Frosty the Snowman, but like legitimate
on a Christmas carol.
I don't think we sang actually Christmas carols.
Like Silent Night and etc.
We just sang like, oh no, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
The real novelty type things.
Did you have another?
I have a. Can I do two?
Sure.
Because they're both by.
I mean, I have several more if you want to split them up.
Well, they're both by the same artist.
Oh, okay.
They're both by Mariah Carey.
Okay.
But Jesus Born on This Day.
Oh, yeah.
And Jesus, Oh, What a Wonderful Child.
Yeah.
That one that's more like a choir.
Oh,
yeah. But I really like both of those versions. Yeah. And there's nothing better than a beautiful woman singing about the most beautiful thing ever to happen in the world. Yeah.
Very nice.
With a beautiful voice, might I add.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mariah?
My next one, probably back to the melancholy stuff again. I wonder.
Melancholy. A melancholy
I
Christmas
wonder
carol?
as I wander.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's got a melancholy kind of sound.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful song.
Fair.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And I'll mention another one since you did too.
Sure.
But this one we talked about last week, the We Three Kings.
Bingo. That's good. That's my next one.
From the claymation?
Oh, not from the claymation.
Oh, just in
in
particular
the song.
Yeah.
I love it.
But I watched it in this week, that part of it, and the Kings are singing it like, old theatric kind of, and then the Camels come in with the doo-wop. It's just awesome.
That's awesome. I love that song though.
Yeah.
Yeah, We
good
Three
stuff.
Kings. Yeah. Yep. With you.
You got another one?
I do. I've got plenty of them, but I didn't write them down. Hark the Herald Angels Sing. I mean, I can go on forever.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I mean,
Go on forever.
I really
baby.
do. I'm kind of like Caleb. I'm not talking about the silly songs I mean, the Christian carols.
Yeah.
There isn't too many that I don't like. I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
there
agree.
really isn't a whole lot that I could say, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. I totally agree. You got another one?
I again have a couple.
Okay.
Apparently 94 was the year for me for Christmas. These are clearly Christmas albums
Oh,
that
you
my
think
mom
about it, you're
played on repeat
like-
as a small child. So
Yeah.
not only do I love them because they're about Jesus and the actual whole Christmas thing, but it's because it's when I was young and Christmas was a big deal.
Right. Yeah.
You already said it, but they're all Trisha Yearwood, which she had a Christmas album that year, and Mom played it probably on loop. She would probably alternated between that and Mariah Carey's, but it wasn't His Child was on there.
Yeah.
I remember that one version. There's a New Kid in Town.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a little hokey.
But not.
Also, take a walk through Bethlehem.
Yeah.
I like that song.
That's good too.
Yeah, it's just very catchy and a little jazzy.
Yeah. Has a nice rhythm to it.
It does have a nice rhythm to it. But
I like the Leonard Cohen Hallelujah Christmas.
Christmas Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
I like that a lot. I mean, the lyrics to that are just. I'm not sure who penned those lyrics.
Yeah, they did a good job with them.
Yeah.
Not to jump on, but also Sweet Little Jesus Boy. That was on that.
Yeah.
Trisha Yearwood. That's her.
That is a good one too. Very good. We have Psy playing that as well. The Christmas Hallelujah.
That's a good song.
That was a good one. And isn't that the one that you guys had played one time and you didn't have the accords for it or whatever, but then you thought about the lyrics to the song and that was how it was?
Yes.
Because it goes like this, the
fourth, the fifth, the minor.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
it
major
tells you
chords.
exactly how to play it. I'm like, oh wait, okay, I got it now.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny that they sing it.
Yeah.
It's also funny, this is kind of a side note, that sometimes we would
Is it a side?
sigh. It is.
It's a side.
Here's
No.
my-
Because
Oh.
sometimes we would, during our worship service, we would have we would be singing with the lyrics on the screen. There wouldn't be people, performing.
Okay.
We would just be singing
Yeah.
A recording.
to a recording.
There it is. We got
That's
there.
where. But it was.
That was hard to
I don't think the audio was in there. It was just.
Oh.
Maybe sometimes it was, but we're
sing a cappella.
no. It was just the
So
music.
to a recording.
Yeah.
Boy.
But anyway.
I didn't say accompaniment.
There
I
was-
said recording.
There was one time
That
it was being played, and as it's being played, like at the bottom of the screen, they're showing the guitar chords for it.
Excuse me.
And I look over at Cy and I'm like, "Were you playing that in your head?" And he's like, "Yes, I was."
Sigh. Yes, I was.
But I knew.
It's
that
like
you-
baby sensory videos.
yeah.
Like the little.
Oh.
I see the guitar part on screen. Like, yeah, I want to play that now.
I knew how his mind worked. You got another one you can think of, Scott?
God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
That's a good one.
It's. I mean, I could. Do you hear what I hear?
Yeah, I like that.
Bing Crosby's version's great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of them.
Yeah.
Whitney did a version of that.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
She did. Whitney's had a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
You have any more? Okay.
I don't think I do. I hammered a lot in there.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
The last two I have were Some Children See Him.
No, I'm not familiar with that
I
one.
don't know that I am either. Did you maybe?
I
you
did
write
not
this?
make this up, no. But it's a sweet song where, you know, it goes through different races and how the children's they, you know, see Jesus like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure we're missing so many.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Caleb, yeah.
And another one was a Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the Christmas Canon, and it's to Canon in D major by some guy whose name I can't pronounce. But
You really gave that its due.
yeah,
Disrespect.
I'm sorry, but it's beautiful.
It's a good
And
one.
children sing on that one as
Oh,
well.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway.
Didn't see a Trans-Siberian Orchestra coming in on the Christian versions of the songs.
Well, let's move along
Let's.
to novelty songs. Would you like to start?
Novelty Christmas.
These are
songs.
good. These are the good ones.
The novelty, yeah.
These are novelty Christmas
Yeah,
songs.
ones you like.
All right. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
That is a classic.
Love
Very
that.
good.
I just saw it again this year. I generally, well, you know, stuff you're going to see every year. Just
And the
just
original
about with Boris.
Yep.
That's a great
That's
one.
the best. That is the best. 'Cause
That-
it's been remade by a few
Yeah, I
different.
know, but it's just don't have it.
Didn't Jim Carrey even sing it in that?
I think
Did
so.
he?
Listen, as much as I love Jim Carrey, I don't care for the live action version of The Grinch.
And I don't either. I prefer the cartoon.
Yeah.
And they even did another cartoon, like
Yeah,
an
they did some
animated
kinda-
one
I
later
saw
on.
that they did
I
that.
want the 30-minute Grinch, or I want nothing.
I hear you.
What the 30-minute
Stop
That's
making
as much.
stop making
Yes.
kids
Big.
books
Yeah.
into full-length movies.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking like Narnia. I'm talking
Right.
about picture books that have 1 to 2 sentences on each page. Trying to turn that in.
Hollywood's getting desperate.
Yeah.
Let's got to take picture books now.
Well, I don't know. Hop on Pop. We'll make it a series. What? Oh, the places you will go. 8 movies. There's so many places.
I wanted to tell you that I was watching Rudolph the other night, and you were talking about how good the songs were they did. And those doggone things, you can remember them.
Yeah.
Those people wrote good songs for their
Yeah.
animated stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
they did.
they did.
All,
You
all
can
those
hear it.
songs.
Yeah. All
We're-
those songs are
The
good.
Island of Misfit Toys, the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like every song nails it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. I just wanted
There's no
to say,
stinkers.
No.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
What do you got?
I don't know what Christmas is by Old 97. It's in the
Yeah.
Avengers Christmas movie.
Oh.
I think we played it for you
Christmas
before.
Yeah.
The Christmas
But-
time is here.
But the whole premise is they're aliens who have only secondhand heard about Christmas, and they're trying to cheer Quill up, and it's
So over
the
the
Christmas story told through a game of telephone, basically. And
It
so
very
they
much
catch,
reminds me of when you would translate something into a foreign language and then another foreign language and then back to English.
so almost like a game of telephone.
Very much.
I wonder how many different metaphors we needed. It's almost like you whispered it to somebody and they whispered it to another person, and then on down the way, it gets lost in translation. Or we could do the thing you said. But it's really fun.
It is.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
hilarious.
It's great. It's great.
love it.
But it's one of my favorites.
Well, mine will be in the description as well. It's Christmas, whether or not. The Indifferent Christmas Song.
The Indifferent Christmas Song.
By Silas Clark.
That's why he picked it. Okay.
It's Christmas, whether or not.
Is this what we're doing? Is this what we're doing?
Oh, yeah.
All right. What is that? What is that
By
one?
Silas Clark.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's Christmas, Yo, by Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes.
Silas, yeah, Billy Ray.
Link will be in the description. Lyrically better than this song.
I didn't write this whole song.
I didn't write that whole song.
I just played
either.
a part in it.
Oh, okay.
I just wrote.
Silas started.
I like it.
If you
That's
listen,
good.
if you listen
Christmas
to the
weather.
"It's Christmas, Yo" and you think, "Man, that line is a bar," that was what I did.
That's what I did. That's me.
Those are mine.
Those are mine.
But that really is. I really do love this song.
I know you do, because you wrote part of it.
But that's not what. It's just the music.
That's awesome.
But the author and performer of the song, Sai, who gave you that inspiration? I know you're not. I know you can't see off camera, but he did point to me.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
And you
Caleb,
made it.
kinda.
Yeah, because there's
you
like
took a little bit of a twist
magic
on it.
Christmas chords. Isn't that something like wasn't something like
Yeah,
that?
but I also the idea for a Christmas, because you hear a lot of Christmas songs, and you did take it and twist it from what, because it ends up being what I was trying to riff on and be a little satirical of.
Well, that's what I was going for.
But it comes across. Let me talk. But I was trying to be a little satirical on the idea of the Christmas song where you're longing for someone else to be there.
Oh, okay.
And but it does, I think, for me, comes a little bit across like it is still that.
Yeah.
But my idea was for it to be satirical and be like, if you're there, you're there.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not satirical. It
Okay,
links.
I
Oh no, I think
We've got
speaks
a
for
question of semantics almost
Christmas,
here.
whether or
One
not.
person thinks.
Anyway, moving.
Well, it's good. I like it. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's
It is
fun. That's
fun.
great.
Yeah.
That's good. Good one.
What do you got?
I'm trying to think of any other novelty songs that I just love.
Right.
I'm going to start with one that I've grown not to like.
Oh.
Well,
We're gonna do least favorite songs later on if you want to throw that in with that.
Oh, least favorite. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all.
I don't know if I have any more novelty Christmas songs.
That's all I got. Novelty.
Got a few.
But I've got one that's not a Christmas song.
Well, I kind of did cover some of mine now because I'm talking about a lot of those Christmas specials.
Yeah.
I love all those, and those could be
Not
novelty
Christmas
songs.
But it's played this time of year.
Okay.
The Hanukkah song
Oh. Yeah.
by Adam Sandler. I love that song. That I play it so much. I think my kids question whether they're Jewish or not. To which I have to tell them sadly, no, we're not, guys.
We're not, guys.
But I do love that song.
It's
It's so funny.
It is very funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's Adam Sandler at his best. It might be the best thing Adam Sandler. I'm not saying this as if I don't like Adam Sandler. I think Adam Sandler is very funny, but it may be the best thing Adam Sandler's ever done. That's counting movies and any sketch he was ever in on SNL.
Well, my next one
favorite.
Man.
is
I love it.
definitely the best thing Seymour Swine ever did. Blue Christmas.
Yeah,
It's like Porky the Pig.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
you
love
like a
that one.
novelty song.
Yeah.
If I had to say which one of these you fell under, you're kind of like a novelty Christmas song. And I don't know how you take that.
I know which
How can I
song
both
you're
be
waiting on.
Melancholy
and
and
a
a
novelty
novelty
Christmas song?
You would have it both of them at the same
I don't
time.
know if that's possible.
A melancholy novelty Christmas song. If they had that, you'd pee your pants. You wouldn't even know what to do.
I wouldn't know what to do.
If
I
if
wouldn't
Donald
know.
Duck sang a song about being sad at Christmas, you would lose your mind.
Well, I have Snoopy's Christmas on here
Oh, well, yeah.
that we talked about last week
The Red Baron
with
song.
the Red Baron.
Oh,
Shooting down the Red Baron.
that's
I think I grew to hate that as well.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And see, that's loosely based on the event that happened in World War One. It really is.
You're telling me Snoopy didn't shoot down the Red Band?
No.
This whole time.
No, where the soldiers that on Christmas Eve went out and ended up playing soccer and exchanging chocolate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was, the idea of it was loosely based on that.
And this is why I don't enjoy it. Because we've lingered on it too long already. And the song does the same.
The song does the same.
I think you love this one. Donde está Santa Claus?
I wouldn't say that's novelty. I think we should have backtracked and it should have been one of the secular ones. I think that song is a musical masterpiece. And I think you're only saying novelty because it's in another language. And I think that's... that's a little icky.
He's not gonna...
I don't
well, he has
it's the little kids
sort of. It's kind of...
Yeah, I just felt like... It feels like a novelty song.
The Chipmunks.
Yeah, the Chipmunks. Yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah, the Chipmunks. Yeah.
But Donde Está Santa Claus is an amazing song. That I hate that I was in the age I was. I mean, this is just the last couple of years that I found out this song existed. I feel as if I was robbed of years,
years and
years.
Of years and years.
Well, this next one is definitely a novelty song, and a lot of people hate it, including you guys' other brother. And that's why I like it so much. Dominic the Donkey.
I knew it.
It's a good one.
I will.
Dominic.
I came home and it was playing on repeat.
Because I'll put it on repeat and leave the house. Because I know that they're gonna walk out and hear it. And,
no, their eyes.
And I just think it's hilarious.
It is a good song.
Dominic the Donkey.
Chingity ching.
I don't think I've heard it.
You haven't?
Oh, you gotta look it up.
Lou Monte.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's a classic.
The kid who sings Donde Está Santa Claus also has a song called "Oh Fatso."
Yep, that's true.
Really?
It is like the lyric goes, "I don't care who you are, old fatso, get those reindeer off the roof." Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Sure, you are.
So is Feliz Navidad, is that a novelty song to you because it's not English?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So then how does Donde Está Santa Claus go novelty?
He's got a kid. He's got that real high pitched voice. It's kind of,
and he also sings part of it in Spanish and part of it in English.
Yeah.
You're saying some of the things that make Feliz Navidad a song. Part of it's in English and part of it's in Spanish. You said everything except for he's not a kid. It's not all in English. It's not all in Spanish.
He don't sing like a little kid.
No. True.
I think the little kid.
I want to wish you a Merry. This is the English part of that song.
Is the truth. My last one's more of a parody.
Parody, okay.
Walking around in women's underwear.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Which one's that one?
Well, it doesn't matter, Scott, because this podcast just got canceled.
Well, it doesn't matter.
We've done it now. We've done it. Is there a group left to offend? I don't think so. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can try to save this.
It's hilarious. Let's go to least favorite.
Hold on, wait.
Let's go.
I feel like we left real quick. I thought there was novelties we left on the table.
I'm sure there are.
I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah.
I know you hate that song, so you left it off.
Well, least favorite, my first one. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth.
Two front teeth, yeah.
Would you say that? What is that song? Hold on. Help me here. Come on. It's gosh dang it. Eartha Kitt.
Oh, Santa Baby.
Santa Baby. I would say that's novelty.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think that fits.
And I think that goes.
Yeah.
I think that's almost a good song.
Yeah, I could see that being a novelty.
I think it is novelty.
Yeah.
Because it's
Santa Baby,
it's hard to take Eartha Kitt serious as a singer.
Yeah, I agree.
Is that
Look,
I don't want to speak ill of Yzma from Emperor's New Groove, but she's not the most gifted singer.
agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's a classic.
yeah,
You hear it every year, whether you want to or not.
yeah, you do.
True.
And I don't hate it. It's up there with Step Into Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm never gonna punch it in. You know.
Oh yeah.
I'm not the one typing that song into the playlist.
No.
Yeah, but I'll hear it. I'll hear it. That's like
Oh,
I won't say any more on it. I'll hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hear it.
Well, you got some least favorites though.
Oh man, where do I go?
Where do you go?
Where?
I already gave you hippopotamus.
Oh, hippopotamus.
I think you.
I
hate children.
I already I had children on some of my favorite ones.
You did.
I mentioned children saying it.
And then you slighted one for being a kid. You called him a
Because of
novelty.
the annoying voice.
Yeah.
No. Donde está Santa Claus? You slighted him.
How did I
You made him a novelty because
I really
he was a
liked
child.
Yeah,
It's sketchy though.
It was fun. It was funny for like the first year, and then I was like, that's just
hippopotamus?
no. This one I'm gonna name. Grandma got run over.
Yeah, I totally agree. When it first came out,
It's
it's
like, hey, that's kind of funny. You know,
that's funny, and it's like
Then they did like a special. They did like a Christmas
yeah,
special, and it was dumb.
dumb.
yeah, of course.
Dumb.
I was like, I'm done with
Elmo
that.
and Patsy, wasn't that the?
Was that what? It was?
I think so.
I just got done with it. It was fun for a second or two, and then it was.
And then it was no longer fun.
No, it doesn't travel over the years very well.
No. I think it could have lived and died in that year.
It could. It
might
should have.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a Bob and Tom Christmas song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Like it could have been there and it could have been gone.
Yeah.
And we could have
totally
never heard
agree.
it again.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
And I do think for the most part it is dead.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you still hear it.
yeah, and I don't even want to think about it. That's how dead I want it to be.
Yeah.
If they could brainwipe us, I would ask for just that song to be removed.
Nothing else.
If they could do
Like
that.
I've seen some bad stuff, but if you could like get rid of Grandma got ran over by a reindeer,
Yeah,
I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I think we're all right without
yeah,
it.
yeah. I don't.
We're in agreement.
I think, if time travel movies have taught me anything, you don't mess with the past.
Time space continuum.
Yeah, but I think if Marty would have went back and made that song.
Anything about the space continuum.
But I think if Marty would have went back, it would have had no butterfly effect on the culture.
Yeah.
Good
point.
We'd
Yeah,
still
good
be
point.
sitting here having the same conversation, and everything would be fine.
I think you're right. I think he's got a good case.
This segment
for
would have
that.
just been 30 seconds less.
True.
I like it.
You got one of your own?
Least favorite. Yeah, I do. And you know what it is.
Oh.
I do not like the song Christmas Shoes.
Oh. Is it like Boogie Shoes?
You wish it was. So, Scott, allow me to set the premise for this song.
I'm not even sure I know this
It's
one.
Christmas
I
Eve.
don't think I do.
No. You maybe not.
Okay.
Is it by a Christian artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. It's Christmas Eve, and this girl, I believe it's a girl, right? It's a little girl.
I thought it was a little boy.
It's a child.
Okay.
The mother's dying. He's trying to get her these
They
Christmas.
made a movie about it.
Oh my
wow,
gosh!
they
Are you
did.
freaking kidding me?
Oh, that's the one you were telling me about last time.
Yes. These in the Christmas shoes. That's what's
Premise seems a little.
yeah. It doesn't make any
Doesn't
sense.
quite work, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate it. I think it's dumb
She
and it.
needs these shoes
Bringing
in case
space-time
mommy
continuum.
meets Jesus tonight.
Mommy meets Jesus tonight. How is that song even about Christmas?
Oh wow,
It's not.
that's strange.
It doesn't make any sense. It's
You know,
horrible.
it
It
seems
is.
like you guys were saying it last week, and I haven't heard it, but you're telling me what.
Yeah.
It's like we talk about time space continuum. If you were able to go back or forward in time, get the cure for cancer and come back.
Yeah.
Maybe that makes some sense. Better than just here's a couple of new kickers, Mom.
Right.
While you're passing
Yeah.
slowly
And it
into
also
the
makes
good
you
night.
wonder, like, was Mom like maybe a little manipulative? Was she trying to get get these shoes? And she's like, "Listen, honey, Mom's gonna make it if you give me these shoes. And was Mom maybe not dying?
Yeah, maybe she would. Ooh, that'd be cruel, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The guilt on the child.
Yeah.
That would be good.
And I would say that's definitely a novelty Christmas song.
Probably.
Because it's stupid.
It's bad.
It's dumb and it's bad.
It's Christmas bad. Shoes.
And if there's somebody out there that's their favorite Christmas song, what are you doing?
Reassess.
Yeah, reevaluate. Maybe go back and actually listen to the words.
Reassess your priorities.
It's not good.
Now, on the flip side of a coin, there is another Christian band that does have a song. I don't want to say with a similar premise, but it's not a different premise. So it's called his favorite Christmas song, and it's by the band called Capital Lights.
Okay.
And this whole story is this older guy always tells this Christmas story. He tells his favorite Christmas story about a girl with no name. All right, he's in the military or whatever at the time, and they're at some sort of a Christmas Eve dance. And I could quote you the lyrics, but I'll spare you that. But because it's anyways. But he meets her, he dances with her, and basically falls in love with her, but then never sees her again.
Okay.
And then at the end, he is passing away, and he's in the hospital bed, and he's saying, "Tell me a Christmas story," and she tells him the Christmas story. She's the girl. Now that's beautiful. That's like a Hallmark movie at Christmas song.
It is like a Hallmark movie.
But it's that I thought that's beautiful.
Is she the nurse then?
The nurse is the lady.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
The girl with no name.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
I could see that.
So you can do a sappy Christmas song and do it right.
Yeah,
because they crushed it. That song's beautiful.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
And my girls love that song too. But it's because it plays to a female demographic, I think.
Yeah, probably leans that way. But it's not bad.
Tugs on heartstrings, you know?
It's not bad song.
But it's not stupid and cheesy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to discuss my next one because we've talked Little Drummer Boy.
Oh yeah.
We beat that drum.
Yeah.
We're not coming back to it.
I think we have.
That's the one. That's the one that should be on there.
What is it?
They're going into the Bowie.
The Drummer Boy, Peace on Earth, Bowie.
Bing. Bowie and Bing.
Peace on Earth.
One of the better versions of it.
That's an oxymoron. That's
You got anything else?
You got anything else? I don't think I have anything else. I'm trying to think.
Other Christmas songs I do not like.
I can't think of any.
I got one more, and it's because my first...
It's not melancholy enough.
No.
It's cheer the whole time.
One of my first jobs ever
Here
had.
we go, wassailing.
I worked
Here we go.
I don't like about this wassailing. I want to be humdrum.
I worked at Kmart as a cashier.
Okay.
And so you're hearing song, over and over. They would play God Bless You, Gentlemen, God Bless You.
I've never even heard that song.
If you
Shop at
haven't
Kmart,
got a
then
penny,
God
a
bless you.
hay penny will do. If you haven't got a hay penny, then God bless you. God bless you, gentlemen. God bless you. It was really
crap?
annoying.
I haven't heard. I don't know. Would I have heard it, Kev? You think at some point?
I had never heard it, but it was
Okay.
older.
Okay.
Obviously,
Was it by Sting?
No, it was not. But also, if you, I mean, it made no sense for them to be playing it in the store. If you haven't got a hay penny, then get out of Kmart because you're not buying anything here.
Yeah, you're wasting our time. It's called loitering. It's called we got a hay penny. It's called loitering. We'd like to ask you kindly to leave.
Beat it.
Sorry, the restrooms for paying customers only. Yeah,
that would be annoying, Kev, if you had to hear that
Definitely
over and over.
It got old. So this is going to be our last podcast of the year.
Yeah.
Since we got so much momentum going.
Yeah, we're gonna ride this wave.
We're gonna take break. We'll be back in the new year.
Riding this wave is like when you jump on a boogie board and go right into the sand.
Right in the sand. Yeah. Face plant.
And your dad yells, "You got to wait till there's water." The tide's still out, bud. That's dry. That's dry sand.
Yeah, but with the holidays, it'll be,
difficult to record on our hectic schedules.
It will be.
Yeah. We're high in demand around this time of year.
We got so much going on.
Yeah. Where are you going to be? No, I'm just kidding. Where are you going to be?
I'll be performing.
I'll be.
Let's give them some of our dates.
We're going to be. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But, I mean, if you have been listening to us, we just want you to know how much we really appreciate it.
Thank both of you.
Welcome back. This week we're detouring from the
Hall of Faith.
From the Hall of Faith in Hebrews that we've been discussing, and because Christmas is coming up next week, we're going to talk about the real Christmas story, the birth of Jesus. So we're going to be starting out in the book of Luke, and would you like to read the first part there, Caleb? 26 through 28?
Sure. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, "Greetings, O favored one, the Lord is with you."
Thank you. We thought it'd be a good idea to, as we read through the story of Jesus' birth, to kind of jump back from time to time into the Old Testament and bring out the prophecies that are being fulfilled just through Jesus' story. Through his entire life, he was fulfilling prophecies. And, as it started off with his birth, from the very beginning, it started off. So in Isaiah, which was written between 700 and 740 years before Christ was born, it was foretold in chapter 7, verse 14, "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel." Moving forward.
Seamless.
And back to Luke. Scott, you want to do 31 through 33?
Yep. "You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord God will give him the throne of his father David, and he will reign over Jacob's descendants forever. His kingdom will never end."
And this also was foretold in Isaiah in chapter 9, verses 6 and 7. "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and of peace there will be no end, on the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold it with justice and with righteousness, from this time forth and forevermore. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will do this. And now we're going to jump from Luke into Matthew. And it was confirmed to Joseph. The angel Gabriel had gone to Mary. And of course, Joseph, as any man would be, finds out that the woman he's engaged to be married to is with child. He knows it's not his. I mean, she was a virgin, so he hadn't been with her, and no one else had either. But being in your natural mind, you're not gonna think that. Obviously you're gonna be very upset. But the angel came to Joseph. Do you want to read 18 through 23, Caleb?
Sure. Now the birth of Jesus Christ took place in this way. When his mother Mary had been betrothed to Joseph, before they came together, she was found to be with child from the Holy Spirit. And her husband Joseph, being a just man and unwilling to put her to shame, resolved to divorce her quietly. But as he considered these things, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream, saying, Joseph, son of David, do not fear to take Mary as your wife, for that which is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had spoken by the prophets. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us.
I love how many times throughout the New Testament, when there are prophecies that are fulfilled, it'll actually restate those right, in the verses.
Yeah.
And of course, Matthew, when he was writing, he wrote his gospel to the Jewish people. So part of what he was doing was proving to them that this was the Messiah. Each of the Gospels is written to different groups of people, and obviously his was written to the Hebrew people. So that's a very interesting part of that. Scott, would you like to read Luke 2:1-5?
Sure. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and everyone went to their own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child.
And this was foretold in the book of Micah, and it was written close to the same time as Isaiah. It was 700 to 735 years before Christ.
35 years.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, I know I'm just reiterating what you guys have said, but there is those who are out there, and there may be some Christians who are out there who, and this has been mentioned. I'm not certainly the only ones mentioned throughout time, that they skip over a lot of what the Old Testament is because they don't think that there's anything in there that relates to, but pretty much everything in there relates to what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
It was foretold, Kevin mentioned the prophets, of what was going to happen. Jesus was there at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So that makes the Old Testament extremely important to understand the entire arc of Jesus Christ and how he came about as the Messiah.
Right.
And I think but there's all these, I'll just call them thoughts, attitudes. Well, that's the Old Testament and this and that. I don't think it applies. Well, it actually very much does.
Very much so.
It's cross-referencing things which provide more, relevancy or more concrete means of identifying what's going to happen, when it happens. I mean, you can go back to the prophets and see that.
Right.
So this is all this majesty of design that God made.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it's also amazing when you think about it. They're telling this over 700 years before it, happens. I mean, you think from this point back 700 years, you're going back to what? Around the time of Christopher Columbus, kind of?
Yeah.
Or even possibly before that. I'm not very good with math. But, that's what we're talking about here in time-wise. That's just amazing that it's been told for this long.
Predates our country's existence, which is crazy to think about.
Right.
We are, a very young in that sense,
but still
didn't even exist as a country.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. So did I read that, Micah?
No.
But you, O Bethlehem, Ephrathah, thank you, who are too little to be among the clans of Judah, from you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler of Israel, whose coming forth is from of old, from ancient days. And also, these things were foretold in Jeremiah, which Jeremiah was a little bit closer, but still 538 to 587 years before Christ. So we're still
a little bit of a gap.
A little bit, but we're still talking before we were a country, as far as from us to then, Would you like to read Jeremiah, Scott, 23, 5 and 6?
Behold, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will raise up for David a righteous branch, and he shall reign as king and deal wisely, and shall execute justice and righteousness in the land. In his days Judah will be saved, and Israel dwell securely. And this is the name by which he will be called. The Lord is our righteousness.
Very good. And Caleb brings us back to Luke. Would you care to read Luke 2, 8 through 14?
Okay, yeah. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came up on them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be for all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with them the angel, with the angel, a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace and goodwill toward men.
That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown. That's why I sent it to you in the King James version.
I saw the KJV. Well, and it didn't take me long. When we hit the low, I was like, well, there it is.
But that's so beautiful, And I mean, much of the King James version, is that beautiful language, but when you're trying to read for understanding and stuff, it doesn't go well with our modern day, but I had to do that because that's my favorite Christmas special, as we talked about last week. Continuing in Luke 2, and when the angels went away from them into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let us go over to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has made known to us." And they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in a manger. And when they saw it, they made known the saying that had been told them concerning this child, and all who heard it wondered at what the shepherds told them. But Mary treasured up all these things, pondering them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen, as it had been told them.
She knew.
Mary knew.
Mary knew. Sorry.
That's
exactly what that just said.
This part of the story, though, is so amazing because shepherds weren't highly regarded in their culture.
No.
You know, they were just simple men that worked in the fields, you know, usually not well learned. And, you know, God sends his angels to them to proclaim the Son of God being born. That's just, it just shows you how much God cares for us. The lowest, the least among us. He didn't go to Herod in the castle and proclaim to him, you know, I'm sending my son here. He didn't go to the priests, you know, the Levites, any of them.
Yeah.
He came to the lowest, and you know, that's how God is. He cares about us no matter what our station in life is.
Yeah.
Which is really, you know, just an awesome thing.
Yeah.
We didn't cover the scriptures with the Magi coming because, as my one grandson would point out, they weren't there.
They weren't there for the birth.
They came later.
Yeah.
In fact, was it him that at our old church when we decorated for Christmas? Was he the one that moved the Magi away from the manger scene?
I do know there was more than one occasion where he would do that.
He would do that.
So,
because they weren't there. At the,
yeah. Nothing got him roused up more than that around Christmas.
He's very.
He wants it.
Yeah, he wants it to be precise.
It's like we got to keep biblical accuracy is important.
But oftentimes, you know, because it falls right in line in the scripture, you know, that's read shortly after.
Yeah.
And so they're always, you know, in the manger scenes and stuff. But it is an important part of the story, right? Because, you know, they're bringing gifts, and many people think that there were three because of the three gifts. We don't have any idea how many there were. There may have been
a dozen,
and probably were several.
There may have been a dozen. There could have been two.
Mm-hmm. True, but it's also, you know, not likely that they would have traveled, you know, a small group like that. Probably would have been several, I would think.
But it is also a cool juxtaposition to the shepherds.
Yeah,
like these guys are of wealth and substance, which just shows how
all encompassing.
Yeah, all encompassing, inclusive of a God we serve.
Yeah,
that He doesn't just call the lowly. He doesn't just call the rich. He calls everybody and everybody in between.
Right.
That's awesome.
And I mean, He had announced it to them through a sign in the sky
that which is something they studied.
Right. So they were looking, you know, for that, saw that, realized what it was, and came. And the gifts that they brought: gold, frankincense, myrrh. And I wish I had looked this up because I've studied this before, but the gold was because, you know, he was a king.
They represent.
And one of them was
a burial spice, you know, foretelling
what would come. And I forget which the other was.
Yeah, I don't
be honest with you, but they were all of value.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
obviously. Yeah, and you know, we don't know what became of that. I would imagine with Mary and Joseph, you know, not being of means, that they would probably need to sell them to help raise the child. And you know, shortly, because of the story with the Magi, they'd gone to Herod. He, come back and tell me. Well, they were warned not to, so they left a different way. And then that brings in another prophecy where he goes in and kills all the children under the age of children under the age of 2 in that area. Mm-hmm. And that was foretold too about Rachel weeping.
I think so.
Because
didn't they also go to Egypt during that time?
They fled to Egypt,
which also fulfills another prophecy saying out of Egypt.
Yeah, out of Egypt. Yeah.
And a lot of people like to, at this time of year, kind of talk about, about them being like refugees from a different country and stuff because of that. Mm-hmm. But the truth is that all of that area was under control of Rome at that time. So they weren't technically fleeing to a different country. They were fleeing to a different part of that kingdom. But yeah, he was called out of there and, just continues through his life, fulfilling prophecy after prophecy.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah. We've just barely scratched the surface. Yeah. And we didn't even get into all of the prophecies of his birth.
Right. Yeah, there's more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just being a believer and reading the word or studying it or with others discussing it, whether it's amongst you brothers or in church when the pastor's doing a sermon, or maybe there's podcasts but anyways, that's just so amazing when you start growing in your belief and you're seeing, it's like you guys have seen these on TV shows now where they've got the cork board and they've got pins in it and string running to catch a criminal. And this it's almost it's like that, and it's interrelations of things. It spider webs out into this beautiful. It's complex and it's simple all at the same time.
Mosaic.
Yeah, because the other thing I was struck by, and again, that's not the only. Plenty of people read into all these things. I mean, but it's like when you were talking about the humble shepherd. He first comes to the humble, and that's symbolic of his teaching about being humble, accepting his word. And there's this symbology of the shepherd being the first one who was told to come and see him. And that humbleness is something that's a great teaching of Jesus Christ, that we're to be humble. By being humble, we'll absorb the word. We won't have all the noise about us, our egos, our preoccupations. So it's just, again, the spider webbing of meaning and layers of things. It's just, and it's hard. It's certainly hard for the Christian to hear somebody argue about the Bible as if it was just a fictional piece. And I didn't master or doctor in English or anything, but I did major in it. And I've read a lot of things, and there's just there's no comparison, folks. Right. There is none. There are some mighty intelligent people in this world, or authors that have come and gone, but they could never compare even close to this is what makes it. That's another element of what the divinity is in the word. It's just you can't. There's no way a human mind could bring this together.
Right. Yeah. And no work of fiction can change lives like this book can.
No. And I know I've talked about this before, but no work of fiction has the continuity that this has. I mean, if you think, and I've said this before, and I know I've said it on here, but if you think about Tolkien, he crafted a world. And even in Tolkien's writings, the continuity, he had to go back and fix stuff sometimes because the continuity wasn't there.
Yeah.
This It wasn't like that.
There must be someone listening to this, or will be listening to this, that needs to hear that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Tolkien, as far as humans go, is a genius.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
his genius pales into comparison.
Yeah.
That's why there couldn't be a single person or even a group. There's no way once you get into the...
Right.
There's no way.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing. If this really was just a group of, however many men writing this book, my gosh, it'd be riddled with issues.
Yeah,
especially as
if
you
it
see,
wasn't
it's
divinely inspired.
Over centuries.
Centuries,
yeah.
Yes.
It's not that it was, written by a group of men that were living at the same time.
Yes.
This happened throughout, centuries, even millennia even.
Yeah.
So, it's just amazing.
And they act like the people who wrote these things had all the collective writing as they were writing their thing.
Right. Yeah, good
that's
point.
That's not the way it was.
Man, that's a
some of them didn't even have complete knowledge of the entire thing.
Right.
I mean,
that's amazing, Caleb.
It is.
Great point too. Yeah.
And the Christmas story is in itself is just so incredible that God would not only just the fact that he sent his son, the humble manner in which he came. Yeah. He wasn't born in some, lavish hospital or stately palace. He was born in a manger where, there's filthy animals, there's manure.
Right.
It smells awful. It's not clean. And that's where his son was born.
Yeah, and not only was he born in a humble scenario, but as a child, a helpless, small, dependent child.
Like he came into the world like all of us do.
Yeah.
Where you have to be taken care of. He had to have his diaper changed.
Yeah.
And the thing I think a lot of people don't realize is that the same Jesus Christ that came as this, innocent babe. We look at any child, when any mother has a child and you get to see him for the first time, you see that innocence.
Yeah.
This man was every bit that innocent when he died on the cross for our sins.
Yeah. Good point, Kev. Yeah. Every bit is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
It never gets old.
No, it doesn't.
This is our creator.
Yeah.
That everything we know, our existence, this universe, everything is tied up with this event here.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important.
Yeah.
It's of utmost importance.
It's how time is measured.
Yeah.
They try to change it today, but Phil Robertson will always point that out.
Who do we tell time by? Yeah, he always asks that.
Who do we tell time by? It's when Christ came. Everything's, we used to call it AD. BC.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all comes down to that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Again, please reach out to us. I know whatever the viewership is.
One of the three of you has to be.
Doesn't matter, or even somebody that isn't. But please like and subscribe.
But
But if you're just passing through and you just happen upon something, please let one of us know if you have questions, or because we can help to answer those. We can certainly confer to others who could maybe answer them even better, and direct you to somebody like a pastor or something.
Yeah.
If you, please reach out. This is an important part of the podcast.
Yeah,
very much so. And the link will be in the description, but we're on X. We have a Facebook page. We have an email.
Yeah. And did you want to give out your address for the snail mail?
Yeah.
You can stop by Caleb's house.
No, don't do that.
Knock on his door.
Knock on the door. I'm in the book. I'm not in the book.
Phone book. Look us up.
Yeah.
But just we thank you for being here, and God bless you. Welcome back. Scott, you have some news of the day?
From December 19th.
December 19th.
2024, the year of our Lord. Who's dead? Let the bodies hit the floor, Scott.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Boy. Jimmy Rogers.
Oh.
The blues artist.
Yeah.
He
Uncle of Roy.
I'm not verifying. I can't verify that.
Oh, I thought you were looking it up currently.
Well, that seems to be about
all the people that died. He's the only one that died.
No, not exciting.
No.
We
want some excitement.
V.C. Andrews, author of Flowers in the Attic, also passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any births?
Yeah. Let's check them out.
Okay.
Let's see what's going on. Please.
Please. He's begging the phone. Please just give me the information.
Just make it stop.
Oh man. Oh boy. This is gonna be tough. Oh man. They're going back. Do you want to know who was born in 1580? Cyril Dean Darlington.
Oh boy.
Author of
Leonid Brezhnev.
Oh, wow. Former Soviet Union leader.
Jean Genet, French novelist. Some of your bigger ones. Edith Piaf, the French chanteuse.
Not to be confused with Edith Pion.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm working on it.
No, that's Eve.
Alkaline. That's not a fun. That's not a play on words. It's an actual baseball player. Not alkaline, but alkaline. Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder. Detroit Tigers.
K-line.
K-line? Al K-line? Yep. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry I butchered that.
I've never heard of him, and he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He's
from the Tigers.
Did he not wear a helmet?
Oh, yeah. Reggie White.
That's what.
Oh, wow.
Reggie White.
Yeah.
Born today.
Minister of Defense.
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What a football player he was.
Richard Hammond.
Oh, yeah.
Journalist and TV presenter. Created Top Gear, if anybody's out there.
Yeah.
Heard of the Top Gear television.
Created the piano, right?
Oh, not that Hammond. That's a different one. But those are some of the bursts today. Sorry, guys. Other days are more
exciting,
pivotal. Some days just a little bit, but yeah.
I mean, it's so close to Christmas. People don't want to be born then, because then they have to.
And you certainly don't want to die.
No, you don't want to die.
Not around
if
Christmas.
You can
they
help
hold on.
Upon
They
Christmas.
hold on till after.
Don't they?
Christmas.
I've heard that.
Sometimes people do. Christmas is here.
I can't die today.
I can't die yet.
Yeah.
I'll
I
die
gotta open
tomorrow.
my presents.
Yeah.
I'll die on Boxing Day, which is where the term Boxing Day comes from.
that
Because
one.
all the people they keep putting in boxes.
Yeah, right. Where are you going to get your new shoes?
Yeah.
You got to get those.
Yeah.
Yep.
We heard about that.
You gotta
That's
point.
true. And she probably died on Boxing Day.
You can't.
That's right.
True. You can't meet Jesus without those new shoes on, boy.
No. He's going to frown on that.
Doesn't like a barefoot.
If you've never heard the Merle Haggard Christmas album,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Christmas present. You owe it to yourself to listen to it.
Yeah.
It's got classics.
Now, if I remember correctly, this is the only, when you and Mom started dating, this was the
I feel
only
like you've
album,
heard this story
the
before.
only Christmas album that Grandma and Grandpa had in the house.
It was the only. And
Pretty
it was
melancholy
a tape.
album.
It's a tape.
It was a tape.
Oh, wow.
Cassette tape.
Oh, my.
If you would have said 8-track, I would have lost.
Well, your mom and I didn't meet in the 70s, so we didn't have 8 tracks.
Yeah.
But Bobby wants a puppy dog for Christmas.
You're familiar with that one. It's almost like we've heard
Santa Claus and popcorn.
Yeah, that one I remember.
Yeah.
Daddy won't be home again for Christmas. And if we make it through December.
Wow, that's talk about a melancholy Christmas song.
That's
Scott, do you find that one to be melancholy?
It's extra especially
It
melancholy.
is
melancholy as you can get.
Yeah.
If you can't even make it through December,
not sure.
That's rough.
It's right up there with Hard Candy Christmas.
Hard Candy Christmas.
It's up there.
A bad song.
Bad song.
I have a list of some of my favorite Christmas singers.
Oh, singers. Okay, gotcha.
Or artists,
Yeah.
their Christmas albums.
And it comes out pretty top heavy.
And also, there are artists on here that I did not put on here.
That I feel like this is your tablet, so I feel like you got to take ownership.
I feel like I left it open.
Read it as it is. Let's give the people the truth.
My list, and we discussed this gentleman earlier.
Okay.
Dean Martin.
Yeah.
I love Dean.
Love his Christmas stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's top.
Yeah.
Top shelf.
Yeah.
Another one, Mariah Carey.
Hubba hubba.
Mariah Carey.
One of the greatest Christmas
Yes.
albums of all time. Not album covers, the songs.
I didn't say anything about the cover,
but you did.
But you did.
Obviously, Bing Crosby.
Mr. Christmas himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
White Christmas.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
And a lot of other good stuff.
Yeah.
As well.
Here's where it starts to tell.
Caleb doesn't like her, but I think her Christmas stuff is really good. Amy Grant.
Weird that, and because I can see the list, so I know where we're going. Weird that Kathy Mattea didn't make it on here for you.
No.
And not even on anything. You would think maybe the only artist you like for Christmas, judging by your playlist.
Not true. We do like a lot of her.
This is the royal version.
Me and your mother.
Mom does not like Kathy Mattea as much as you do. And I would argue maybe even Kathy Mattea doesn't like Kathy Mattea as much as you do.
She has some good Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
She has some questionable Christmas.
She has good ones. She has some good ones. And did you not put them on that playlist?
The controversy. The Judds. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love the Judds Christmas time songs.
They're good.
Oh yeah. I'm glad that made
they're
the list.
they're basically the traditional ones and stuff.
Okay.
But and Kim had bought that one.
Let's keep
The Carpenters.
Yeah.
Well, I can think of one Carpenter I think about at Christmas. What about you, Scott?
Yeah, that's true.
pretty
The
deep,
Carpenter.
Well,
That's good.
I'm here to keep it.
Shout out to
theologically
my
sound.
mom because she loves the Carpenters. So
Your mom
I'm
does
going to
like
guess she probably would like the Carpenters.
appreciate
Christmas.
I think you're probably true.
I think Karen Carpenter had one of the most beautiful voices of all time. It's just was so pure.
On a list with another woman with a beautiful voice and a beautiful face. How you doing, Mariah?
And then there's some artists on this list that Sting made the list, but I don't recall putting him on there.
Huh.
But you were talking a lot about
sing a lot of Christmas?
He did some Christmas stuff.
Okay.
I can think of a couple, but
Yeah.
when I'm thinking,
I'm an alien. I'm an illegal alien celebrating Christmas at Christmas time. You've heard it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know he does a version of Three Ships.
Oh, does he? Oh,
Yeah, we've heard it.
I haven't heard that.
And also,
You're okay. You don't have to.
Okay.
It's
I
probably
don't
on your
recall
playlist.
this one here either,
Yeah.
but Elton John
Probably because it's
Somehow.
stuck in the Christmas stuff.
got on the list.
Is that his Christmas Candle in the Wind, or
I
which
think
one's
it
that?
must be why it made it.
Does he have any other Christmas song other than Step Into Christmas?
I don't
That I can
think of anything overtly that he's done that's was Christmas. than that.
So he didn't really take a flying leap into Christmas. It was just that gentle step.
Yeah.
Took a step
Step
in.
in.
I would argue he just he could dip your toes into Christmas. Probably should have been what the song was called. More like your toes into Christmas. Barely get them wet, then get them right back out. Don't sing any more songs.
Probably so.
That sounds like Caleb.
Do you have any artists that you think of when you think of Christmas music that would be like top of your list? Not necessarily
Perry
songs. You're really into Perry Como, are you?
He does a lot of Christmas stuff.
He does do a lot of Christmas stuff.
Burl Ives.
That's some good Christmas stuff.
Nat
Danny
King
Kaye.
Cole.
Nat King Cole.
Oh, Nat King Cole.
Yep, Nat King Cole definitely.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Think about her. Most at Christmas time.
I'm trying to think if there's. I'm thinking mainly voices. I mean, that's what you know. Yeah. I think that you guys did a pretty good job. I don't
It's not bad. Elton was questionable, but everything else was pretty on point. Sting was weird.
There are several lists that people have made of the most hated or worst Christmas songs of all time.
Most hated worst ones.
/ worst. And
what are those, Kevin?
These are some of the ones
Let's
that
hear
are
it.
on that list.
Okay. The worst.
We're begging for them.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, that makes sense. I was worried you were going to say the Jackson 5. That's the best one.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Where's the better one? No, keep going. I don't care. I changed my mind. You like Kathy Mattea. Keep going. Your opinion is void.
Do They Know It's Christmas Time by Bandit.
Yep, that song's stupid.
And I don't hate it.
It's just because nostalgia. Anybody objective would agree that it's garbage.
It's generational.
Yeah, your generation likes it because nostalgia.
Right,
and we digress.
Most of the artists we love are singing on it.
Yeah, and saying some pretty offensive things.
Hey, they were
ignorant.
They weren't just saving, they weren't just saving themselves at Christmas time. Wonderful Christmas Time, Paul McCartney.
That's
another
a great
one
song.
that I like.
I hate that that's on there.
But a lot of people hate it for whatever
it's
reason.
weird, isn't it?
But it's fun.
They say it's overplayed.
I don't think it's overplayed. That's another one that you can't remake Wonderful Christmas.
And people do, and they
crushed
shun it.
He crushed
I
it.
agree.
The arrangement's fun.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful song.
Man, I'm kind of surprised it's on there.
Yeah.
The next one is former bandmate John Lennon. Happy Christmas, War is Over. I don't hate this one.
Sorry,
but
I had a thought.
The part with when Yoko's singing, it's just like, why?
I don't like it, and it doesn't surprise me that you don't hate it.
If they would have just
also
maybe had
melancholy.
a children.
Tell me it's not melancholy. It's very melancholy.
Maybe if they've just had children singing her part.
Maybe that would be better. Yeah.
I mean, I think there's some children in there, but
I think if they would have changed it, it would have been a better song. Like it would have been a different song. It would have been better. That's my personal opinion. If the lyrics would have been
complete overhaul.
Significantly different.
I mean, but you got to consider when it came out and stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Cold War.
Vietnam.
Cold War.
Back to that again.
Everything was Cold War, man.
Yeah.
War was cold.
This one you will appreciate that it's on the list
because it is the worst Christmas song of all time.
The Christmas
Starship, wasn't it? We built this city.
That's not a Christmas song.
Oh, well, it should be because I hate it.
It should be a Christmas song.
It should be a Christmas
So I can hate it
because it's the worst. That's what I'm saying.
You're saying this song's so bad it transcends season.
It really does.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, come on.
You can't,
Who doesn't? I mean, that song's terrible.
We built this city. Almost makes you hate Christmas.
Caleb said it transcends its own
Yeah.
time and space into Christmases, past and future. Just hate it.
You hate them so much that it bleeds into Christmas?
Yeah, it's so
Oh,
bad.
man. Well, no, I think he was talking about the worst Christmas song for Christmas.
We're just sticking specifically.
That's just my worst song of all time.
The Christmas Shoe.
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Terrible.
People, if I could be honest, I just heard it tonight. It's got awful. It really is.
And the thing is,
and I mean from beginning to end. No, it's not.
Because it's trash.
It's terrible.
And as a musician yourself, I feel like you can say this, Scott.
Yeah.
You can speak to the fact that it's bad, and it's not just bad music; it's bad lyrically.
Oh, it's terrible.
The vocal performance isn't terrible.
Oh. Well, I beg to differ.
if you like Eagles.
Yeah, it has a little bit of that.
Yeah,
but it's so fakey.
Yeah,
and it is
the
way it's sung too.
Yeah, everything about it's fake.
And he does the whole looking up into. Yeah. I mean, that's been used
with a beard of questionable origin.
Yeah, a beard of questionable origin. Yeah, it's
got a just for men vibe.
Yeah. Caleb's on it. He knows.
It's not good.
It's just I'd say top to bottom terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's any redeeming quality in the song other than when he says Jesus.
Yeah.
But that's not him. It's Jesus himself.
Jesus,
that's why I have respect for Jesus.
Yeah.
But
I had respect for Jesus.
I think it's the best thing.
That's the best word in the song.
The whole song.
Yeah. That's the only lyric that's worthwhile.
But the whole premise, the performance, the production,
absurd.
Terrible.
Ridiculous.
The movie?
Oh, and then they said it was a movie, which I didn't even know.
With Rob Lowe?
It's a miracle Rob Lowe bounced back from that.
That's surprising.
He went for...
Out of everything Rob Lowe's done, because he went through some rough patches, that might be his lowest point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And there's some sketchy things
there's
in Rob
some
Lowe's
sketchy,
past. And that's his low point.
Yeah. You know what? I say you're right.
Yeah.
Rob's lowest.
That's Rob's low. Silas. That's how you do a pun. That's how you do a pun, ladies and gentlemen. I mean,
that's how the
oh my gosh.
do it.
Wow. That's why we keep him around.
Yeah.
His video editing skills, sketch. But
you're lucky I'm here.
But his pun game is strong.
We didn't get to you earlier, but do you have some songs you'd like to throw in the list?
Yeah.
That are your favorite Christmas songs?
Yeah, a couple of favorites.
All-time favorite is Christmas Time Is Here, the version from the Charlie Brown soundtrack, specifically the 6-minute long instrumental.
Oh, nice.
Just beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah,
As mentioned, the Phil Spector produced Baby Please Come Home.
He's really driving that home.
No one brought up Christmas wrapping.
Is it Waitresses?
Yes. No one brought up Christmas wrapping.
That was on some people's list of most hated.
Really?
I don't know why, but some people
didn't
hate it.
That's a good kind of novelty-esque piece.
That's the Sufjan Stevens, the folk artist from in the 2000s. He did a lot of Christmas releases periodically, every year. And once he was nearing the end of that, and he was moved on from folk to electronic. The last thing he put out was a 12-minute long song titled "Christmas Unicorn."
Oh.
Which for some reason ends with an interpolation of the chorus from Joy Division's "Level Terrace."
Really?
Apart.
Oh wow.
Don't know why, but he somehow made it pull off. It's really freaky.
It works.
But it works somehow. Yeah.
So that's your list. Do you have a couple real quick you hate? It's hard. You just would rather.
Just went over Christmas shoes.
It's the worst.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would argue we built this city on rock and roll's better than that.
And that is
Scott might fight with you over that one.
I don't know if he'd fight too long because he heard that song.
It's bad. From the beginning.
Yeah, to the end.
It's ugh.
Yeah.
Any other side that you...
cover a lot of it.
Okay.
Do you have any of the ones that you performed on Christmas Eve services that are you would say your favorite?
You named both of them.
Love Hallelujah. Love playing that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a very beautifully written song.
It is. Very much so.
Yeah. As we said earlier, your reputable Christmas songs, Christian Christmas songs, carols. There's
not bad.
There's hardly any bad ones of your. And we're talking the well-known ones that be you're going to get winners.
Totally agree.
I agree 100%. All right. Well, I have this. Who are you? Ask me who I was. Who were you then? He said, raising his voice. You're particular for a shade. He was going to say to a shade, but substituted this as more appropriate. In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley. Can you sit down? Asked Scrooge, looking doubtfully at him. I can. Do it then. Scrooge asked the question because he didn't know whether a ghost so transparent might find himself in a condition to take a chair, and felt that in the event of its being impossible, it might involve the necessity of an embarrassing explanation. But the ghost sat down on the opposite side of the fireplace, as if he were quite used to it. You don't believe in me, observed the ghost. I don't, said Scrooge. What evidence would you have of my reality beyond that of your senses? I don't know, said Scrooge. Why do you doubt your senses? Because, said Scrooge, a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheats. You may be an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of an underdone potato. There's more of a gravy than a grave about you, whatever you are. Scrooge was not much in the habit of cracking jokes, nor did he feel, in his heart, by any means, waggish then. The truth is that he tried to be smart, as a means of distracting his own attention, and keeping down his terror, for the specter's voice disturbed the very marrow of his bones. To sit staring at those fixed glazed eyes in silence for a moment would place, Scrooge felt, the very deuce with him. There was something very awful, too, in the specter's being provided with an infernal atmosphere of its own. Scrooge could not feel it himself, but this was clearly the case, for though the ghost sat perfectly motionless, its hair and skirts and tassels were still agitated by the hot vapor from an oven. You see...
Thank you. Good night.
The Whatchagonnawannado podcast is brought to you by Scott Dog Productions and is made possible by viewers like you.